Hello everyone, this is Mr. Reimer. This video is for World History class on Thursday, September 24th and Friday, September 25th. In this video, I want to explain and review for our Unit 1 exam. Now, before we get into the details of the exam, let's do a bit of review of Unit 1, the spread of civilizations. You see here on the slide characteristics of civilization, but we did not just talk about civilizations in this unit. We began by talking about Paleolithic societies and Neolithic societies. Civilizations is the third kind of society that we talked about. Paleolithic societies are characterized by humans foraging, hunting and gathering for their food. Neolithic societies are characterized by humans relying on agriculture primarily for their food. And civilizations build on that agricultural technology and create a much more complex social arrangement, a society that had these characteristics. Like I said, large-scale farming, and now I'm on this slide. Okay, they used this surplus food from the large-scale farming to feed many people that often lived in these large urban areas, otherwise known as cities. And in these cities, there developed a hierarchy, a categorization of people based on importance. And in the early civilizations, that importance was related to the amount of land that you had, as well as to your gender. Patriarchy became the norm. But also, the hierarchy was based on your job, right? And unlike in Neolithic villages, where primarily everyone was involved with food production, in a civilization, we had what was called specialization of labor, in which one person had one main task. Now, it might have been farming, but it could have been something else. It could have been as an artisan making jewelry or making weapons. It could have been as a priest. It could have been as a government official. Okay. This is a big difference between civilizations and earlier societies. Also, characteristic of civilization is you have a much more defined political unit that we call the state. The state has defined boundaries, borders, right? There's a formal government inside that state. There's a ruler. There are legal codes. And most importantly, the state is sovereign. The state is independent. No other authority can control it. Also in a civilization, you see the formalization of religion into rituals, special classes of religious officials. Usually we call them priests. Also the construction of religious buildings dedicated to the worship of the gods. You didn't really see that in Neolithic villages. And lastly, a key feature of civilization is writing. You see an example of cuneiform there on the right. That is the script of ancient Sumer, right? They would, in a wet piece of clay, they would make the lines. And what did they use writing for? Primarily record keeping. Who's paid their taxes? What are the laws? All right, we studied 4 civilizations, and you're going to need to remember the key characteristics for each of those civilizations: ancient Sumer, ancient Egypt, ancient China, and the Indus River Valley civilization. Remember, we learned about the themes of world history, the get sick themes: government, economic systems, technology, social developments, interactions between humans and the environment, and culture. So before taking the exam, you're going to want to review those key characteristics of the 4 civilizations. The exam is primarily focused on these early civilizations. All right, to help you study, here is what I made, a very simple exam review where I listed many of the key terms. It's not an exhaustive list, but I listed many of the terms from our unit. I put a partially filled in description. And what I want you to do is go back through your notes, rewatch the videos if you need to, and add in the appropriate words in those blanks. Now, you can take a picture of this and then work on it on a piece of paper. You can download this and then write in it. You can print it and then write in it. How you do it is up to you. But I also want you to use that word in a sentence to help the description get deeper into your brain, so you help you remember it for the exam. And I gave you an example there. All right, you're going to be doing this on your own at the start of class to help you prepare. Now I'll be there, of course. If you get stuck on one or you want to check one, I'll be there to help. Now, after about 45 minutes or after 45 minutes of class, all right, we will start the exam. And so let me preview the exam instructions. Here, why can't I see the instructions? Form description. Where are the instructions? Oh no, what did I do wrong? I look at responses. No, that's not what I want to see. You know what? Maybe I opened the wrong file. I'm going to have to edit and delete this. I don't want to have to do this again. Oh man. Oh man. All right, I figured out what I had done. I had put the instructions in the Google assignment, but I had not put them in the Google form. So now I've copy and pasted, put them on the Google form. Here are the instructions for the exam. You only have 45 minutes to complete the exam. It's time, no more. All you get is 45 minutes. You may not use any materials on this exam. It's a no notes, no phones, no review guide, no help from your brother, nothing else. Most importantly, you must turn your camera on and leave it on during the duration of the exam. If you turn your camera off at any time during the exam, then you will receive a grade of 0. The 0 can be redone according to the FWISD redo policy. I need to see what's going on in the room. I need to see who's in the room, and I need to see if you're using some unapproved materials, such as your phone or your notes or something like that. So guys and gals, make sure you turn your camera on, study hard in the next 45 minutes, and you'll do great on this exam. It's only 20 multiple choice questions.